Hey everyone, Groggy here, and today we are reviewing Is This It by The Strokes. It is ranked 99th out of the top 100 album list on Rate Your Music. The band's name has multiple interpretations and meanings. The Strokes can be interpreted as a heartstroke, a brushstroke, or the more scandalous meanings behind it. Is This It was their debut album, and it really put them on the spot. They received much praise and hype after the release of this album. With hits like Someday and Last Night, the band rose to the top of the charts. In my opinion, what makes this album so replayable is how simple and catchy it is. There aren't a lot of weird experimental sounds or songs on this album. I feel like that's what makes it so lovable. The initial cover of this album was deemed too sexual for the US market, so they changed it with another album cover. And I've actually got a pin of it right here. Despite this, both album covers still remain as some of the most recognizable album covers of all time. If Is This It was never created, bands like Interpol, Franz Ferdinand, and the Arctic Monkeys would likely not be around or be the same. Okay, now onto the record. The album consists of 11 tracks and spans around 35 minutes long. This is a very tight track list. It's incredibly catchy, sharp, short, and charming. Julian's vocals are very memorable and unique. New York City Cops was going to be on the record, but it was removed as the album was released 2 weeks after 9/11. Nick and Albert on the guitars are one of the highlights of this record. The guitars are also supported by great bass lines from Nikolai. I loved every track on this record. It's one of my most replayed albums of all time. The only downside to this record is the fact that it isn't super artsy or complex. Some might say that the songs on this album sound too similar to each other and basic. I personally think that the simplicity of this album is what makes it so replayable and catchy. It's a great back to the basics rock album that is very raw and fun. It has very relatable lyrics. I find myself personally coming back to this record quite often, whenever I want to turn my brain off and listen to music that feels good. Overall, this album is amazing. It's one of my favorite albums of all time, which is why I'll give this album a score of 97.2 out of 100. Boom! This puts it ahead of Pornography by The Cure. Thank you for watching this review. What are your thoughts on the album? Comment down below on what I should review next. Also, make sure to check the description below for a full review on this album. I'll catch you guys in the next one, and Groggy out. Boom!